Yarlung Tsangpo Yar klung gtsang is the longest river of Tibet. It is the upper stream of Brahmaputra River which flows through its origin, Tibet, known by its Tibetan name. It originates at Angsi Glacier in western Tibet southeast of Mount Kailash and Lake Manasarovar. It later forms the South Tibet Valley and Yarlung Tsangpo Grand Canyon before passing through the state of Arunachal Pradesh, India, where it is known as Siang. It is sometimes called Yarlung Tsangpo Jiang, or Yarlung Tsangpo River. The part Tsangpo denotes a river flowing from a through Siang, meaning Tibet west of Lhasa. Downstream from Arunachal Pradesh the river becomes wider and at this point is called the Siang. After reaching Assam, the river is known as Brahmaputra. From Assam, the river enters Bangladesh at Ramna Bazar. For there until about 200 years ago it used to flow eastward and joined the Meghna River near Barabapatsila. This old channel has been gradually dying now. At present the main channel of the river is called Jamuna River, which flows southward to meet Ganges, which in Bangladesh is called the Padma. When leaving the Tibetan plateau, the Yarlung River forms the world's largest and deepest canyon, Yarlung Tsangpo Grand Canyon. The gorge has been described as the highest river in the world by the organizers of a kayaking expedition, although it's not clear from the press release what definition was used. Description: the Yarlung Tsangpo River is the highest major river in the world. Its longest tributary is the Nyang River. In Tibet the river flows through the South Tibet Valley, which is approximately 1,200 kilometers long and 300 kilometers wide. The valley descends from 4,500 meters above sea level to 3,000 meters. As it descends, the surrounding vegetation changes from cold desert to arid steppe to deciduous scrub vegetation. It ultimately changes into a conifer and rhododendron forest. The tree line is approximately 3,200 meters. Sedimentary sandstone rocks found near the Tibetan capital of Lhasa contained grains of magnetic minerals that record the Earth's alternating magnetic field current. The basin of the Yarlung River, bounded by the Himalayas in the south and Kangren Poche and Yenshin Tangala Mountains in the north, has less severe climate than the more northern parts of Tibet and is home to most of the autonomous region's population. The Yarlung Tsangpo Grand Canyon, formed by a horseshoe bend in the river where it leaves the Tibetan plateau and flows around Namcha Bawa, is the deepest and possibly longest canyon in the world. The river has been a challenge to whitewater kayakers because of the extreme conditions of the river. The Yarlung Tsangpo River has three major waterfalls. The largest waterfall of the river, the Hidden Falls, was not publicized in the West until 1998, when its sighting by Westerners was briefly hailed as a discovery. Quote, "They were even portrayed as the discovery of the Great Falls, which had been the topic of stories told to early Westerners by Tibetan hunters and Buddhist monks, but which had never been found by Western explorers at the time." Chinese authorities protested, however, saying that Chinese geographers, who had explored the gorge since 1973, had already taken pictures of the falls in 1987 from a helicopter. Major tributaries of Yarlung Tsangpo include Nyangchu River, Lhasa River, Nyang River, and Palung Tsangpo. Kayak exploration. Since the 1990s the Yarlung Tsangpo River has been the destination of a number of teams that engage in exploration and whitewater kayaking. The river has been called the Everest of rivers because of the extreme conditions of the river. The first attempt to run was made in 1993 by a Japanese group who lost one member on the river. In October 1998, a kayaking expedition expedition sponsored by the National Geographic Society attempted to navigate the Yarlung Tsangpo Grand Canyon. Troubled by unanticipated high water levels, the expedition ended in tragedy when expert kayaker Doug Gordon lost his life. In January to February 2002, an international group consisting of Scott Lindgren, Steve Fisher, Mike Abbott, Alan Ellard, Dustin Knapp, and Johnny and Willie Kern completed the first descent of the Upper Tsangpo Gorge section. Bibliography